It's you, with L'Orange on top.
Well, Illumination is back with a new movie called Migration, a big old duck-bird story of some sort that's a little bit off-kilter for their usual stuff. Now, I've always been quite an avid critic of Illumination movies because, you know, they made a lot of the Illumination movies, but this year, actually, they did pretty decently. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, and it did make over $1 billion. But apparently they're not quite done yet, as they're hoping to release another movie in the same year. This is the kind of thing that hasn't actually happened since 2016, back when they released both Secret Life of Pets, as well as the original Sing. Also back in 2016 was the last time they actually made an original screenplay movie with Sing, and I guess Secret Life of Pets, both of them. Since then, all they've ever done is sequels and franchise IP spins like The Grinch and the Mario movie. So this is kind of like a return to form for Illumination, on top of the success of actually making gooder movies. You know, Minions 2 was great as well. However, their actual choice for a story, I think, is a bit of an interesting one. So this is Migration. It's all about a bunch of ducks from somewhere in America wanting to go to Jamaica. They want to have an adventure out of their usual pond, and it's a whole family going on their commute. However, they then get stuck around in New York. And instead of just, you know, continuing to fly in that general direction, even if it's the wrong direction, instead they get just completely lost and stuck in the city. Adventure ensues, even though they can literally fly away. But hey, how are we going to meet Awkwafina if that's the case? They don't even lose the ability to fly, so whatever. It's just a New York-ish movie, right? And I think this is going to be a really interesting direction to see how Illumination fares, because I don't really remember any time when a bird movie has actually done well. Like, I can list a handful, you know, there's Rio, there's Spies in Disguise, Storks, and then like other things, but the only real successful movies I can remember are Happy Feet, which is penguins that don't even fly, and Chicken Run. Again, chickens that don't really fly. And I don't know why, necessarily, these bird movies, I don't think, really go into the public vernacular. Like, cats and dogs obviously works. The Secret Life of Pets is just boiled to succeed, as well as a singing pig. I can see how that's fun. I think birds are just ugly and uninteresting. This is just a story about them flying and getting stuck in New York, which I guess is nice and generic. Maybe there's a demand for New York content, but, you know, it's also kind of common. So I think I'm not expecting this movie to do too grand, but it is with Illumination, you know? They seem to just spawn money out of nothing, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Now, this movie actually isn't the first time it's being announced. This is the third and, like, officialist trailer so far. Announced way back in April of this year, but I wasn't covering news content back then. However, with it being known and shown so early on in the year, it's far more developed in production and actually coming out real soon. Though there was initially an idea to release this movie in June, since this is very clearly a kind of summery, maybe autumn time movie, now they're releasing it in the winter months for some odd reason. I don't know why, but Illumination are doing something. They really want 2 films to come out this year, I guess. With the slated release of this movie being December 22nd, 2023, which is, you know, a weird choice for a Christmas movie, but alright. And this Christmas week is set to be quite a stacked session in the cinemas, as this is the same day releasing as Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which we're totally gonna watch, right? The Iron Claw and Anyone But You, as well as the week before that is the Wonka reboot. So a lot going on, I guess. Or at least it would be if you were based in the US. For whatever reason, in the UK, we're not getting this movie until February. I guess we really want it to be a somewhat seasonal movie that's accurate, you know? I don't know, but I guess I ain't watching this movie anytime soon. It always does baffle me when, in the modern day, studios decide to release movies in wildly different times between regions. What a waste of time, but sure, whatever. So alongside Illumination making this movie, this is also being helmed by Universal Pictures. That's probably not much of a surprise. They're pretty well interlinked. However, after this movie comes out in the cinemas, supposedly it's coming to Peacock first, and then over to Netflix. Glad they've got a whole arrangement going on. With the cast of this movie, of course, being another star-studded cast, because that's just the Illumination way. With the likes of Kumail Nanjiani voicing Mac, the main character nervous father of the Mallard family. You've got Elizabeth Banks as the mother, Awkwafina as the pigeon from New York. I think that one's, you know, pretty obvious to spot.
Stick close to me and everything will be alright.
You got Danny DeVito as Uncle Dan. Keegan-Michael Key is back after just doing the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Here he is playing a parrot, apparently. David Mitchell is making an appearance as a character called Goo Goo, which is a An interesting name, I guess. You got Isabella Merced, who was Dora in the Dora the Explorer live-action movie. Carol Kane as the big, weird-looking heron towards the end of the trailers. And Boris Rehlinger, who plays the chef, the film's supposed villain. Again, if there's just a chef in a building, and you got a bunch of birds as your protagonists, just fly away, my dude. And also within the cast, the kids are being voiced by Casper Jennings and Trezzy Ghazal. With Casper previously doing Sing, Sing 2, and Gunther Babysits, as well as Operation Mincemeat as Jeremy, and the other one's just completely unknown, essentially. Makes sense. Kid actors, getting in with the industry. Probably. Hey, if you want to hear more movie news, come subscribe. You're halfway through this video already. Then again, maybe there's going to be more of an explanation for why the ducks are stuck in the New York City. Here's the official synopsis for this movie. I'll be honest, I'm not sold on it so far. Like, I don't think it will do well. I don't think it's compelling. It's not got that drive that Secret Life of Pets has, you know, to get the generic audience in. Also, though, another thing, I love that the trailer, like, makes it clear that it's built for non-movie goers, because, like, the original trailer was, like, from the creators of Sing and Secret Life of Pets and Despicable Me and Minions, you know, us. Come see this movie, please. And the Mario movie, we made all of that. Come see us. Like, it's, you know. Illumination's audience is very clearly, like, the most general audience that doesn't even seem to know cinema. And I just don't think this story matches to that audience. Who's interested in this? Anyway, sorry, going back to it, the official synopsis says, the Mallard family is in a bit of a rut. While Dad Mac is content to keep his family safe paddling around their New England pond forever, Mum Pam is eager to shake things up and show their kids, teen son Dax and duckling daughter Gwen, the whole wide world. After a migrating duck family aligns on their pond with thrilling tales of far-flung places, Pam persuades Mac to embark on a family trip via New York to tropical Jamaica. As the Mallards make their way south for the winter, their well-laid plans quickly go awry. The experience will inspire them to expand their horizons, open themselves up to new friends, and accomplish more than they ever thought possible, while teaching them more about each other and themselves than they ever imagined. Yeah, right, a traveling duck movie. Now, though I clearly don't have high hopes for this movie, and I just don't see how an audience is going to land, clearly Illumination are putting in all the prowess. Not only do they have their celebrity cast, but all sorts of acclaimed crew members are on board as well. For example, the director Benjamin Renner is an Academy Award nominee responsible for the critically acclaimed French animation Ernest and Celestine, as well as The Big Bad Fox and Other Tales. Whilst attached to him by the hip is the co-director Gilo Homsey, who is the head of layout and cinematography for a whole bunch of Illumination movies. The original screenplay, which, by the way, I must at least give props, Illumination has made an original film for once, that's lovely, I guess, is being helmed by Mike White, previously writing for the likes of School of Rock and The White Lotus. But also the Emoji Movie, so... You got the editor of Happy Feet, Christian Ghazal, involved. You know, another good bird movie. If only, you know, they could fly, and then it would count as a good bird movie. The production design is being done by Colin Stimpson, who worked on Secret Life of Pets 2. And the composer, the composer for this movie is John Powell, who is the guy behind the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack. Mwah! That is one of the best soundtracks in all movie history. Interesting though, as well, because this is an Illumination movie, not only does it have a stellar cast and a stellar crew, it's going for the jukebox, well, it's not jukebox musical, just pop culture song choices. And that leaves me less interested again. There's a trailer that's like, oh, this one's featuring Taylor Swift's Out of the Woods song, Taylor's version. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Is this the Taylor's version of the movie as well? Like, I don't know. I just find it funny that it has to say Taylor's version on the title for the migration trailer. It's a minor thing. I get it. Taylor Swift's going through business stuff with their movies, whatever. But while I've just come off the cuffs of seeing how they do their soundtracks and songs with more niche choices that are a lot more specific to what's going on, to hear just sort of general pop culture like I'm a Survivor coming out, like, it just doesn't, you know, appeal to me. At the very least, I guess to a certain extent, oh, no, this isn't even like an old song. Like, yes, I guess the original song is 7 years old, but the Taylor's version was 2 weeks, so it is just trying to keep up with the trending. Oh, man. They're not even from the woods, really, are they? They're from a pond. Whatever. Despite all my gripes for not thinking this is going to be a very compelling story for the audience it's aiming for, nor really being a good movie with what I'm seeing so far, with all these ugly characters that's not really going to attach to anyone, you know, emotionally, Chris Miller-Dandry has come out with some good old marketing quotes, such as saying, "The film is very beautiful and has a painterly quality that is quite different from anything we've done at Illumination." Yeah, alright, sure, I see that. Sure. Okay. "The story is told with humor and heart. It's a remarkably human story with characters who are very relatable and end up wrestling with issues that we all understand, even though they are ducks. and their qualities as ducks are incredibly well executed, from the smallest detail on a feather to their movements and their flight. So it's a movie that transports you into this world up in the sky, but at the same time, it's very true to who we are. You know what it is. It's just marketing stuff. I just don't see it as being very grand, you know? When you watch the Secret Life of Pets trailer, you think, oh yeah, this is gonna absorb every parent into bringing their kids to it because they find it funny. I don't see that here. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting case to see if Illumination still got it. Recently, they've made better movies, but this one just, I don't see being that marketable. I'm not hyped for this movie, so I guess it's not a big deal that I have to wait an extra 2 months to see this damn thing. Perhaps this will finally be breaking new grounds, as Illumination doesn't make a brilliant movie, and they don't make a terrible one either. I think this will just be something run-of-the-mill. Well done. Not successful. But what are your thoughts on this movie? Do you care? I haven't seen a lot of hype behind this movie, to be honest, like I usually would expect to see. It's just interesting times and just another bullet point of all the news coming out this month. For now, though, I'll be ending it off here. My name's been Daz. You didn't really care. Next time we're going to do a review on Trolls 3, since it comes out a little early in the UK, so do look forward to that, and I'll see you in a little bit.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
Uncle Dave!